dash. Here
More
we
good
go.
games.
Big
Chance
time
to watch
competition.
great competition, and he stepped up to the plate big time.
So it's a deep group of tight ends that starts off with a 40-yard dash from Gavin Bartholomew of Pittsburgh.
Oh, Gavin Bartholomew from Pittsburgh. Here we go.
I have him as like a fourth-round player, and that's a good start for him.
4.73.
Give you some times
I
here,
don't know
Rich. Love to
anybody
do that
but
as we
Tyler
start
Warren.
these new groups
I'm
here.
gonna
Tight
keep it a
ends.
buck.
If you look at the tight ends in the NFL this past season, top 10 in receiving yards, they were averaging 6'4" and 1/8", 249 pounds, and ran 4.61. So that's a fast number to chase here.
Clemson's Jake Brinningstool.
Got a little Mike Gesicki to him, reminding me of him. Flexed out receiver.
6'5", change 4.75. Here comes Jalen Conyers.
Jalen Conyers got a ton of production. He can really adjust the ball down the field and use him on a lot of these tight end screens as well.
Brian Dable got himself a Penn State tight end of his own in the draft. Theo Johnson, terrific player.
He's got to get somebody to throw it to him now. That's going to be the big challenge for them this offseason.
I mean, that's going to be part of our conversation all day tomorrow. Is what do the Giants do at 3? Do they go free agent? Veteran? Rookie? What do they do both? 4.77 for
Who's going to be the next
the former Sun Devil, transfer to Texas Tech. There's Brian Schottenheimer.
In NFL history. Who's going to be the next Travis Kelce?
C.J. Dupree
Who's going to be the
of
next Travis Kelce?
Alabama is up
The
next.
best tight end in NFL
C.J. Dupree, 256 pounds, is an inline tight end, hand on the ground. Did a nice job in the run game. And I want to see him catch some justice and balls in the workout once we get to the field. That was my question.
Next best Travis Kelce. C.J. Dupree,
4.74.
Who's going to be the next best tight end? Like Travis Kelce, the best tight end in NFL history. Who's going to be the next best?
Speaking of, like, I just remember some of these tight end workouts we've seen over the years. Vernon Davis, speaking of Maryland, right? And
I can't remember if Kyle Pitts did his thing at the combine or if it was the pro day. He put up, I think it was the pro day. He put up big numbers. Mitchell Evans here is an interesting one. I think he's one of these guys. His best football is still ahead of him. Had an ACL in 23.
4.74.
Respectable time here.
Notre Dame has sent some terrific tight ends to the next level. Iowa is another one.
Stanford used to be one for a long time. Had tight ends come into the league every year. Oh, this is a fun one here. Man, he is ultra productive and big plays against A&M, Penn State. I'm telling you, I've labeled him as like my mini Gates. He's got like a little mini Antonio Gates to him. Quite as big, but he's got that kind of little subtle movement. Just knows how to play.
Speaking of Gates, Fannin, who runs a 4.73, was born where Gates is winding up this summer.
Canton, Ohio.
Yes, sir.
By the way, that was ridiculous. He was not a first, but I won't.
No, you're not wrong.
Come on.
So the Bowling Green tight end 4.73. Stacy?
Yeah, DJ, by production, do you mean 8 games with over 100 receiving yards? Wouldn't that tie for the national lead with Travis Hunter, a certain wide receiver / defensive back? This guy is really special out of Bowling Green. You know, it's interesting too because obviously it's a smaller school. He said it's the only school that really took an opportunity on him. He had a really good Senior Bowl. Talked to some coaches from that, and they were kind of blown away by him in terms of his coachability, his talent. I mean, he is
like actual factual stuff. Actual factual. Let's actually speak facts. Like actual facts. Actual facts, because we keep having this argument. Like, let's actually speak actual facts. If you look up stats, Travis Kelce is literally beating Gronk in all categories, except for all-time receiving yards. Literally. And literally before this postseason, Travis had more touchdowns than him in the postseason, and more receiving yards in the postseason. Before this postseason, stats. Go look it up. If you actually want to speak on stats, Travis is actually beating Gronk way ahead of him. P.S. Fun fact, Travis Kelce didn't even play his rookie season. He played like one game, one play. Gronk played every year. Everything, every year. Oh, man, y'all still so delusional, man. Y'all need to wake up, man.
Like you said, DJ is extremely productive on the field, and I loved a quote that he said this week. He said, and I think a lot of people have loved it, that we were standing at his riser.
People gonna say in the comments, but Gronk could block better than Kelce. Gronk could block better than Kelce.
I don't feel like I fit in. I feel like I stand out.
Oh, man, boy.
Yeah, but you know, Stace, the one thing that bothered me about him is that when he had a chance in the bowl game and that stage, for him only to have 17 catches for 213 yards and a touchdown was a little disappointing.
Run after catch is
Case in point from both of you right there.
Excellent.
As we saw Terrence Ferguson of Oregon run, and now it's Thomas Fidone of Nebraska. He's now run the fastest 40 behind Terrence.
Now Zay said, F them stats. Then what's the point? Then what's the point of calling somebody a GOAT if we're not comparing stats? Come on now. What are we? Because the first thing y'all gonna do when y'all compare MJ and LeBron, you're gonna say, how many rings does MJ have? So what are we talking about then? Come on now, man. Y'all just then y'all gonna say, well, how many points does LeBron have all time? See, then what the fuck? It's all about stats, man. That's what make a person great. Come on now. Then y'all go, well, what about Westbrook? Westbrook has the most triples. Come on, see, it's always been about stats. Come on, man, y'all bullshitting, man. I don't want to hear that. Fuck them stats. Y'all bullshit.
So
y'all
the last two are
man.
the new fastest time of 4.64 from the Duck, and then the Cornhusker right behind him, Monty Ossenfort. Watch Trey McBride have. You want to talk about a productive season?
Yeah, he's a stud.
Come on now.
He was terrific.
Look at stats, man.
It was Dallas Turner, by the way, we caught Monty on when he ran that time last year. He got the shivers a little bit on that one. That was fantastic.
Is that why he's got a total poker face right now?
He's aware. He's not getting caught.
We're talking about him? Okay.
Not getting caught.
No.
McBride, by the way, ran 4.56.
Jackson Hawes.
He is an awesome blocker. Elite blocker.
So Fred the Sled's going to get some later?
He's going to have a little something for Fred the Sled.
4.83.
Yeah, you're not drafting him to be your mismatch guy in the passing game. You're drafting him to knock some heads in the run game.
Gunnar Helm. Texas.
He's a good athlete.
Tight end isn't all about packing the ball and scoring.
Tight ends who can win on 50-50 balls and play above the rim.
Oh, man,
he
y'all
does
delusional. Y'all don't want to accept it, though. It's okay, though.
Georgia game, saw that
y'all
first
going to
meeting.
accept it one day.
6'5". It's the whistle. Charles?
Hey, Rich and DJ, I had a chance to talk with Gunnar Helm yesterday, and he said that he went to Steve Sarkisian at the end of last year and said, I want to be an NFL tight end. What do I need to improve on to reach my goal? And Sark told him he needed to be a much better downfield threat. Remember, he had played behind Jatavian Sanders for a couple of seasons, so wasn't quite getting the same opportunities. DJ, with your evaluation of tape, did he reach that goal to become a better threat?
Yeah, absolutely. Not just with the production spike, as we see his time to the 4.93. His production went from 14 catches in 23 to 60 this year. But again, it was a lot of those contested catches, those 50-50 balls downfield.
With his quarterback and many of his wide receiver and running back colleagues at Texas working out tomorrow, Steve Sarkisian will be our guest in the booth during our coverage. Iowa's tight end Luke Lachey and Colston Loveland from Michigan would have been in between these runs if They were out there. But now it's time for the UCLA tight end, Moliki.
Oh my God, boy. If blocking was a stat, there would be so many old linemen that deserve a Hall of Fame. Like, come on, man. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? There would be so many old linemen that deserve a Hall of Fame and GOAT status. Come on now. We bullshit with this blocking shit. Come on now.
Tavau with a 4.8 put.
Oh, man.
So let's take a break. We could see that there's 3 more 40s to be run right now, but guess what? They'll be run during the commercial break. We'll run them back, and then we'll finish up the 40s of the tight end group here on a Friday night in the home of the Indianapolis Colts. 40-yard dashes while we were at commercial break. North Carolina's Bryson Nesbitt.
Striding it out there with a 4.89.
And then moments ago, Alabama's Robbie Oots, who is the clubhouse leader in the mustache department here at the Combine.
If he runs 4.95 and you don't say Oots, he did it again, then you've just failed.
Oots, he did it again. Or
Joshua Simon plays fast. We'll see if he
4.7 flat.
A little bit better time there.
I mean, see, are you going for a Berman nickname for Robbie Oots? Robbie
or Oots, there it is.
Oots, there it is.
Somebody, some of y'all need to get out
Robbie on the Oots
and realize that Kelsey is the all-time best.
Cat on a hot tin Oots. I don't know. Gavin Bartholomew.
Nice.
All right, got some Pitt fans here.
He's got a little hockey hair going. Nice.
I'm a fucking homosexual. What? No, I'm not.
Whoa!
They use him on some jet sweeps. Here with the ball in his hands. Nice little stiff arm. You see him run over safeties. Springing stool.
No BS, you got the volume too high. Okay, and the fuck? I like the volume to be
4.77.
He was 234 pounds at the Senior Bowl, so he's added 7 pounds.
Too loud.
What will these guys do first overall, man?
I thought he might run a little better than 4.77.
And he did. A little better than that. Do you think Tennessee might go free agent quarterback so they're completely wide open, or they're happy they're going to go with Will Levis?
I wouldn't say they're happy. They earned the first pick. I mean,
right.
I think there's an opportunity. Them saying we'll get a sure thing, a stud. If it's Hunter, if it's
right, but it's not a quarterback.
Abdul Carter,
or they can have their pick of the quarterback market top of Friday. You mean?
They're looking at there's Justin Fields that's still out there. There's still some younger veterans that you could have an opportunity to take your shot on. But most teams, when you're picking up there, you're chasing ceiling at quarterback. You want guys, especially in the AFC conference, with all of these quarterbacks.
Who's going to be the next best Travis Kelce, the best tight end in history? Come on now.
Elite top-end quarterbacks. If you don't feel like you're drafting an elite one, then take another need, and then you can circle back the next year. The Houston Texans, people say, oh, maybe they had Kenny Pickett there twice. They punted the next year and got C.J. Stroud the following year. The Jags
who's going to be the next best greatest Travis Kelce? Who's going to be the next best greatest Travis Kelce?
You got Trevor Lawrence the next year. The Bills notoriously pass on Mahomes, and they turn around and get Josh Allen the next year. Like there are other drafts. This is not the only one. And I get pushback from people saying, well, there's no guarantees you're going to be up there. Well, last year there was 6 of them. So there's no guarantees there's only going to be 1 or 2.
C.J. Dippre improved. And Mitchell Evans is going to stick with the first if those are official.
The Bears are another team that did it recently.
That's crazy, Deuce, because then I don't know who you're talking about.
Traded out of that pick, and they ended up getting Caleb Williams next year.
Travis Kelce is the best tight end all time, man. All time. All time. Who's going to be the next Travis Kelce? Who's gonna be the next Travis Kelce? That's what we're gonna start saying now. Who's gonna be the next Travis Kelce? Who's gonna be the next Travis Kelce?
From Bowling Green. 4.73 the first time, and he slightly improves. Interesting comp for Fannin here.
Who's going to be the next
Plug it in and
Travis
out pops
Kelce?
Julius Thomas.
Another basketball player. We talked about Gates and kind of some of his movement. Julius Thomas with a basketball background as well. I believe Portland State is where he was.
Julius Thomas is better than Gronk.
Charles.
100%.
Go Vikings, right? DJ with Portland State. Hey, real quick, Harold Fannin, Robbie Oots, I think would be more of a fullback type, right? We're taking a look at Hawes, another great blocker. But I go back to Fannin.
At this point, Julius Thomas is better than Gronk.
Are they true tight ends, DJ? Or are they more H-back, move around guys to try and get them open?
Bro,
yeah, I think that's it. You're looking at two different styles, right? You're kind of inline wide tight ends versus your H's, your F's are move guys. And I think Fannin, that's going to be where he does his damage, and moving him around a little bit. Ferguson, by the way,
I was about to say, we just watched Ferguson get a little bit of an improvement of a time that, based on the first 40s, should stand as the fastest for the tight end group here at 2025. Your 2 cents on the Oregon Duck.
Yeah, I have him as a day 2 pick. He's tall, he's that long stride. He builds speed, can break tackles. He's someone who I think's much improved in the run game. The longer he's played, the better he's gotten that.
Dude, that's like saying Lamar Jackson needs to run to be effective. Like, what the fuck? I swear, man, I be talking to middle schoolers, man. Middle schoolers, man.
Department just needs to be a little bit more firm, in some of those contested catches, those combat catches, finishing a little bit better there. But he can really run.
This man here, boy.
Tony of Nebraska. Terrence Ferguson, 4.63. Should emerge with the fastest time here at the combine of a deep tight end group. Who's Jackson Hawes.
This man here, man.
Charles, you'll see as many pancakes with Jackson
Come on,
Hawes.
dudes, man. It looked like you need to go back to your meeting at work.
23 targets, and I don't think you could care less.
Travis Kelce is better, the best tight end in history,
I'm still
man.
trying to run it down a little bit.
I'm tired of repeating myself. Y'all
Remember
just slow
Spencer
in the
Hawes
membrane.
with the Atlanta Hawks as a basketball player?
Low in the
I'm
membrane,
thinking,
some of y'all.
Is there a relation anywhere? I'm hoping to find it.
As the Jets group. New HC of the Jets, 12th overall pick to the Jets in his draft year, and Aaron Glenn. 7th overall on the clock.
I think Rick Spielman was on the right on that.
I did see him as well, yeah.
Who do you want, Rich? Normally you got a guy, you get a guy. Who do you want for the Jets?
Someone who wins.
Settle for that.
That man Deuce struggling to get his words out, man.
Just relax.
Deuce, just relax, man.
Pause, not you, Rich. Yeah.
I'm nice and chill, sir.
Deuce.
All good in this hood right here, man.
Get your words out, man. Get your words out.
Charles, I'm going to have to get a name from you because Hawes reminded me of a blocking tight end from Cal, scouted many, many years ago, who ended up going to the Tennessee Titans.
Oh, man, he's slow as hell. That's that Texas Longhorn bull job.
That's a good one.
Oh, Gunnar Helm with a nice improvement.
That's a great improvement for Helm.
He's faster than 4.93. That was that one didn't make sense.
They're kind of set in the tight end department, when you say up there. Brock Bowers, good Lord. And they already had Mayer there as well.
Yeah, Raiders not looking for no tight end. They already got Brock Bowers.
They can still check out this position, obviously. So,
yeah, they could get some for later round. They could get some for later round.
8 draft CD.
Yeah.
Oh my God, talk about a deep cut, you two.
Yeah.
Juju, who's the best quarterback of all time? What kind of stupid question is that, man? Are you slow or something? It's Tom Brady. Like, what are we talking about, man? Deuce, man. Deuce, I think you're a little slow. Dak Prescott. Lamar. Let me see. I think it might be Phillip Rivers. I say Tom Brady, then Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers is second, most definitely. Phillip Rivers is second. Phillip Rivers is second. Best all time, Phillip Rivers is 2nd. Or maybe Tom Brady could sit this one out, man, because Tom Brady really kind of trash. And we really talk about competitiveness, motherfuckers who actually grind and get it out the mud and do fantastic things. Phillip Rivers is the best. Phillip Rivers is the best. Gotta be.
Right in there with the Texas tight end that played forever, that blocked the heck out of people.
Entirely possible.
For the Titans.
Entirely possible. Chip Kelly recruited this guy to UCLA.
Get another opportunity to get him. Why not go 13 personnel? Let's get 3 tight ends out there and just smash some people.
Juju, who a better running back from Georgia Bulldogs? Sonny Mitchell.
How great was Brock Bowers this year?
Sonny Mitchell.
He's so fun, man. He runs routes like a wide receiver.
What the hell he running?
Jumbo running back. Like, he's a unique player.
4.92 for Nesbitt. And it's not like they had consistency at the quarterback position in Vegas.
It didn't matter.
It was a revolving door at that position.
And you knew where the ball was going, and he still made it happen. Yeah, he's a fun one.
Robbie Oaks.
The fact that
Alabama.
Bowers, for even a split moment,
so we're not
was
getting
in the
the conversation
of potentially running down Jaden Daniels for
God.
Offensive Rookie of the Year until obviously the final 6 weeks of the season. Just shows you how incredible a rookie season he had.
Big time. Robbie Oates got a little Kenny Powers to him here.
He does, yep. He boogie nights his own way down the line there. 4.91. Kenny Powers, I like it.
Oh, yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
I mean, Kelsey's got to get this guy on the pod.
Oh, my God,
he's built for that pod.
He said he's too good.
That is awesome.
Understandable. Like, if anybody is able to skip workouts, it's 2 people in mind. If anybody is able to skip any workouts, 2 people in mind is Tyler Warren and Mason Graham. And you know what they both have in common? They're both white. Y'all know I love my white people. So if anybody could skip it, they could skip it. They have the privilege to skip it. The black people that's skipping it, that's bad. You gotta perform. You gotta perform for the owners, your masters.
Wow. Takes me back to Bootsy Collins' band. The name is Ootsy, baby.
I thought Joshua Simon, 4.7's not a bad time. He plays faster than that.
Travis Hunter, all the black people need to work
See
out.
if he can.
No matter what.
He has a one-handed catch in the A&M game,
do
big time. I wrote the word juicy down when I watched him, because I thought he could really go.
He's getting whistled.
Nothing's guaranteed for us.
He's the last one that can track down Terrence Ferguson for the fastest tight end in this group. 4.64 is the unofficial time to track down.
I don't know that he's going to catch him, but I think he can definitely get in the 4.6s here. They move him around in their formation, and he can really get down the seam. He can get into another gear after the catch as well.
South Carolina's had a good first 2 days at this combine.
I'm telling you, South Carolina, Ole Miss, there's a reason why those 2 teams were really good this past season. They are well represented here.
4.66. Came close.
There we go. I think he gave a nod of approval as he finished right there.
Yeah. Well-deserved round of applause.
Appreciate that, Rayan. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Truck? What's happening here?
Is that Fred the Sled?
It could be. It could be. Let's take a break. Oh, there's your comp.
Yes.
There's your comp.
Although he is trying to be the best at exercising.
All right, that wraps it up for the Titans 40-yard dash. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Bye.